If you like what you hear in this podcast and want to help us keep the lights on, then you could support us on Ko-fi for as little as a £1 one-off donation. The links are in the episode description. Thanks for your support. This is Skip, the podcast where we tell you, in our opinion, which albums are truly unskippable and which ones belong in the skip. I'm Mike.
I'm Rob.
And this week we are listening to Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. Have you heard of it? Have you heard of this album?
I've heard of this one.
Oh my God.
And one of three ain't bad.
And also people from home. Have you heard of this one? Have you heard of one of the most seminal albums of all time? Have you heard of that album that everybody seems to think gets matched up to Wizard of Oz, even though there's zero fucking reference to it anywhere? Have you heard of it? It's only one of the most famous. I could keep doing this bit. You know this album. I know this album. Everybody knows this album. Who suggested this album?
So this one was suggested by Julie on Facebook. Unfortunately, I don't have a comment on this one.
Well, Julie probably is in the hive mind along with other people who go, well, have you done Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon yet? Again, this one comes up a lot when I talk about this podcast in person, like the absolute shill of a man I am. Well, you've got to do Dark Side of the Moon. Oh, one of the best songs. It's one of the best songs. One of the best albums of all time. Like, yes, we're doing it, okay? It's only taken us, 32, 33 weeks? We're here. We're doing it. Stop asking me. It's this and the fucking Beatles and Bob Dylan, and I won't escape any of them until they're all done. I'm not looking forward to Bob Dylan. I just want to say that. I'm not looking forward to having to do Bob Dylan. I don't like the man's voice, and I'm going to have to listen to Highway 61 Revisited, and I know that everybody says it's an absolute classic, one of the best albums ever made. I just don't like his whiny fucking voice, and it doesn't matter if Timothée Chalamet's playing him. I'm not in a good mood today.
Ding dong. Timothy Chalamet ding dong.
He might have won an Oscar by the time this episode comes out.
Who knew?
I mean, I did. 6 nominations. Like, it's going to happen at some fucking point.
Only one way to find out.
This is a tangent.
Fuck!
that's twice. You brought up Harry
session.
Hill.
I'm sorry. This I'm just going to say it now. This has been 3 of the albums I've looked forward to least in succession.
But you enjoyed Guns N' Roses.
I enjoyed Guns N' Roses. Doesn't mean I was fucking looking forward to it, and I've had it for a month.
Oh, man. Yeah, no. As much as it's important to review albums like these are the ones that make the exercise probably the least enticing to me. Oh, well, have you done, I don't know, one of the most revered albums of all time? Like, at least with Thriller, there's at least a bit of a kitsch to it, right? Dark Side of the Moon is very fucking serious. It's a very serious, spaced out stoner album, and you have to appreciate it or old men get mad at you. So this is not one I've been looking forward to. I'm very much on the same boat as you as this.
I've actually listened to a lot of Pink Floyd. Doesn't necessarily mean that I enjoy Pink Floyd, and I like to reference them, and I like parts of songs, but as a whole, I think this has been the album that I have enjoyed the least out of everything we have ever covered.
That's strong considering some of the things we have covered, because you fucking hated Late of the Pier.
I enjoyed this less than Late of the Pier.
Oh boy, this might be a short episode.
I'm just going to put it out there from the start. Okay. I hate soundscapes. Soundscapes can get in the fucking bin. I don't give a fuck if you can make a sound bounce from one ear to the other. Keep that shit out my music. You're triggering me with your fucking bells, your sound of your cash registers, and your random yodeling sections. Shut the fuck up and play some nice music that everyone can sit and enjoy. If I was tripping out on LSD and some random woman starts yodeling at me, I'm going to be on a bad trip. Rant over. Let's get some facts.
We are 4 minutes in.
So this album came out in 1973, so I think this takes the title of the oldest album that we've covered by far. It
certainly is, yes.
It was a visionary, meticulously crafted 8th studio album, which I did not realise that they'd had so many releases.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot. Apparently this record didn't just change progressive rock, but permanently redefined what a prog rock album could be. Many fans and critics consider it one of the greatest albums ever made. You're wrong. It's a seamless journey through human condition wrapped in a sound world that feels both intimate and infinite and shit. As you can tell, I'm not in a good mood. This album has drove me to the edge. It was recorded between 72 and 73 at Abbey Road Studio in London, engineered by Alan Parsons.
Not of the Alan Parsons Project.
Not of the yeah. Who'd have known?
Who knew?
It was born out of the band's desire to move beyond abstract psychedelia and explore deeper universal themes. Well, what the fuck went on? Because you just made another abstract psychedelic album, just this time with clocks.
I'm enjoying this.
You might want to get some facts about Nando's or something, because I'm spiraling.
Okay, what?
You can choose.
I'll choose.
I'll just carry on spiraling. So rather than a collection of songs, it was conceived as a conceptual cycle, a continuous piece of music where every track flows into the next. I was tempted to put this on shuffle just to fuck them over. The title, The Dark Side of the Moon, hints at unseen forces, parts of the psyche that we ignore, the pressure that erodes us, and shadows cast by everyday existence. Yet they didn't have a fucking track called Dark Side of the Moon. What the fuck are you doing? They had 2 official singles.
Which is weird.
You couldn't even get the normal number of singles right. Can you guess the singles?
I meant more so because it feels hard to pick singles out of this.
Yeah.
The only obvious one to me is Money.
And
I'm going to guess Time.
Us and Them.
Oh, okay. Cool. All right.
It spent over 14 years on the US Billboard 200.
Mm-hmm.
Sold 45 million plus worldwide albums, certified 15 times platinum in the US. It influenced bands rock, electronic, hip-hop, movies, philosophy, art, culture. It didn't just succeed, it became a cultural gravity well. Ooh, look at us. We've made something different. Yay! Look at us fucking around with your ears. I hope you've got good headphones. This is going to trigger the fuck out of you if you don't like bells.
Did you know the Whopper predates the Big Mac?
I did not. That's the sort of information I want to know.
It's actually by more than 10 years. Yeah.
That is a shock.
Yeah.
So apparently critical reception, critics praised the album's seamless conceptual structure, David Gilmour's expressive soaring guitar work, Roger Walter's introspective universal lyric themes in the 4 songs where he fucking sang, Richard Wright's lush harmonic textures and keyboards, Nick Mason's atmospheric essential drumming, Alan Parsons' pioneering studio wizardry. Yet nobody talks about the Wailing Woman. Apparently, retrospective reviews call it the greatest concept album ever.
And we hold for applause. And there it is.
Press F to pay respect.
Oh boy. I mean, do you want to talk about some good track? I'm kidding. You carry on.
Can you give me another Burger King fact?
Yeah, absolutely can. The original price of the Whopper when it was debuted in the 1950s would only set you back 37 cents.
Oh, I could go for one of them right now. Let's just get into it.
Okay. I think the list of tracks you like might be quite short.
Let's try. Let me start. Money.
Right.
The bass on this is fucking incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. But you can back the fuck off with the sound of the cash machines ringing in my ear. Like, that is so over the top. When I went to uni, our cash points were so ridiculously loud in the middle of the city centre, it sounded like the intro to this song. That I actually made the joke. Oh, Santander, why don't you just get your cash machines to play Money by Pink Floyd? It'll be fucking quieter than the buttons at 4 o'clock in the morning. But the sound of the cash machine just triggers me. The actual song itself, the vocals, the bass, the backing track, great. fuck off with your cash machines and I'll be happy. Do you want? Have you got any comments on that?
Oh boy,
song?
I really like Money. Just as a concept and a song. It's the only one that kind of feels like it could be taken individually as a single. I can understand why it was one of the two chosen to be. It works because it is just a simple commentary about the rat race and the drudgery of modern life. So it works for me on that kind of artistic level of going, this is the root of all evil. It's also imperative that you start making this right now as much as possible because you will be left behind. And I think there is a little bit of that coming through. I mean, it's a great bass line, dum, boom, boom, dum, 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 but it's plodding and bam, 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 and always going forward and always.
That's a 7/4 rhythm.
7/4. Damn, it's a hell of a time signature. But it's a march, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
it's this idea of nothing is gonna slow down. I don't know how
It's the
much
rat
of this,
race.
That's what I love about it. So, I mean, yes, it's got that anti-capitalist kind of undertone to it, which is very much
And then at the same time, it's hollow at the core, much like the rat race of generating money, because regardless of how much money you accumulate, you always fucking need more.
This is it.
And that's the whole point of the song. I love the message. I love the sound of the song. Fuck off with your cash machines.
But yeah, that kind of like that post-hippie kind of backwash, you know, when it was love and peace and it got replaced by nihilism, this is what you get. And, you know, it really makes the foundations of a lot of prog rock going forward. But yeah, I think what you actually don't like is the engineering of this, like you say, the kind of the stereo sound in this.
We could do it, so we did. That's what it feels like. It feels like, oh, we've just invented a button that can move stuff to the left and a second channel that can move stuff to the right. What should we do?
I thought you'd hate. I
haven't gone into the hate yet.
Oh,
no.
Sorry,
I'm still on
me.
what we like.
Oh no.
And that's like, so us and them.
Okay.
I like the ethereal sounding start. I don't mind it at all. The saxophone kind of sounds like it's talking. Again, I like a bit of saxophone. That's the end of what I like about that. Any colour you like. This is literal notes I have. Not a bad little instrumental. Quite funky. That's the last I have to say about that. Brain Damage. This song is incredibly light considering the theme of pressure and cracking. It's got a great build up toward the end, and it says, "See you on the dark side of the moon." Yes, they said the thing.
They said the thing, yeah. Because it bleeds into Eclipse with that bit, doesn't it?
And then the continuing theme from Brain Damage goes perfectly with a nice rounded ending, which works with the whole idea of unity and totality. And that's all I have to say.
Oh boy, have you got a history with this album? Because this feels this cannot be the first time we listen to it all the way through.
This is the first time I've ever sat and listened to it all the way through. I got to my first listen and I was like, "What the fuck am I doing with my life?" I almost didn't get through my first listen.
Holy shit!
When I say I've never enjoyed an album less, I'm not talking bollocks. Like, I cannot stand this album.
This is so weird considering it felt like, you know, when we did Porcupine Tree, that's a fucking prog album, and that felt like it unlocked a part of your brain you weren't using, and then we come to the prog album of all time, maybe apart from some of the later Rush stuff, and you're like, nah, fuck this.
It's because the way that my mind works, this is overstimulation to the nth degree. I don't want to listen to a clock swinging around my head in songs like Time. I just want a song to listen to. I couldn't give a fuck about over-engineering. Like, leave that bollocks in the studio. It works for some people. If you hires anything, yeah, maybe you'll enjoy it. But I just cannot stand it. It's the sake of doing something for the sake of doing something. It's like companies that use AI to bolster their reports or their advertising nowadays. They don't need to do it, but they're doing it to stay relevant, and that's what it felt like on this, and I cannot fucking stand it.
I am surprised that this is your first go around with this record as a whole.
This album is my fucking kryptonite by the sounds of it.
Who knew? I'd heard Money before on its own, and I think kind of like in kind of like a separation, it does work as a song in its totality. It's very good as a section of a greater piece of music, and I think you can kind of as it would have been for the vinyl. You can split it into a 5-track run and a 5-track run. It works. It's very good. As a whole run-through thing, I feel like that is what they were going for. And obviously it's very easy to say that about a prog album. Yeah, who'd have thought that they were asking you to listen to it start to finish? Who'd have fucking known? It suffers in the way that it almost can't be viewed any other way. You can't listen to Eclipse just on its own.
No.
It's not possible. You can't decide to go to Greatest Gig in the Sky and go, right, I'm just going to listen to that today. No, because it only works as a crescendo to what comes before it. And it's a weird one. We haven't had one like this before, where it almost, for our format specifically,
it feels like it was perfectly engineered.
It feels like cheating is what I was going to say. It feels like somebody went, oh, the whole point of the show is to put something that you have to listen to start to finish on. I know an album that is entirely set up that way from the beginning, regardless of its actual merit or content. Not to say how well I feel about it, but this, more than Thriller, more than the Kate Bush one from last week, more than any of the kind of big millennial picks like Paramore or Panic at the Disco that we've had previously, this feels specifically engineered to go, this is just one big track, and therefore it wins. You have to listen to all of it, and I'm not about to make it easy for them. I am not about to do that. So, good tracks. I liked Money. I liked Eclipse. I liked Time, actually. I think that Time, I like it when things get spacey and things get a little bit experimental.
You like it when they get Kevin.
A little bit, maybe not a little bit Kevin.
You nearly went there then.
I was just running with a joke. I didn't think about what it was. I'm sorry. Right. I actually quite like Breathe as well. I think it's that kind of like slow build and burn into On the Run, which is, again, that fucking Doppler effect shit going off that little bit. It's a bit fucking Marmite for me, but I like when they are kind of constructing something and adding and twisting it, and you get that a couple of songs in this album. But it just feels a bit pointless to talk about these things in individuality. It's like, yeah, but it is just one big 40-minute song. So is there even any merit in talking about those individual elements? I suppose there is.
I think there is. But there are elements of each song that you can listen to individually. And just as a little break, I'm just showing Mike the Frildo that somebody has been sent.
What the fuck is that? Okay, for context, right? Rob's on like a testing platform thing. He gets sent products to test. It appears that 50 very lucky women, actually, because it's all women on the top, have been chosen to test the +1 Thrildo, saving them $12.99. Now that is a cheap thrill. Yes, I'll take all the comedy awards now. Thank you very much.
That segment was brought to you by +1 Thrildos, giving you the ride of your life for $13.
Are you reading from my Tinder bio? What's going on there?
In 4 monthly installments.
Now that's my Tinder bio. There we go.
But yeah, I would go against what you're just saying. You can break down these songs individually and talk about the themes, because even though they do run into each other, they've been engineered to run into each other. I think realistically, you do need to break the songs down into the individual areas. I'm going to go back to On the Run. I'm starting the rot now. I might as well. So, you remember music class when you first got to secondary school and they give you keyboard time?
DJ!
Yeah. That's this song. It feels like the bad kids have been allowed to go and sit at the back of the class and press as many fucking buttons on the keyboard as possible. You've got Derek in the bottom right corner with the machine gun saying, pew, 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 pew. You've got Darren at the front of the class saying, DJ, DJ, DJ. And then you've got Caroline in the middle going, la, 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 trying to play properly.
My wife, for some reason, okay.
Yeah, she's a musical prodigy.
She's actually very talented. I mean, that seems fairly hyperbolic, but I take your point.
It creates a sense of anxiety for me. It's the soundscape can just get in the bin. It triggered, like, a lot of this album triggers me. The individual little sounds. I've got really sensitive hearing, like, to the point where I can pick out random elements of songs that my partner cannot physically hear. And it just sets me off, and it makes me shudder, it makes me cringe, and it's like, ugh. Gives me that sensation that I don't ever want when I'm listening to music. Music is like my safety net, and to think that there's music out there that can make me shudder is fucking awful.
Is that an argument for kind of art being uncomfortable, like we talked about in the Eminem episode, though?
There's being uncomfortable, and then there's feeling like actual shit when you're listening to something.
I suppose there is a physical
getting
element.
A migraine from listening to clocks tick in the middle of your ear. You're thinking you're getting a song about money, and you're
and then some Cockney geezer will be like, "Oh well, I don't mind." As he floats off into the fucking distance. Yeah, this thing really wanted you to wear a big set of headphones to listen to it, which is evocative of the year it was released, I suppose. I think this is going to be a big point of contention, right? When I was in university, I was because I didn't want to be an actor, and have never really wanted to be an actor. As somebody who was on a theatre course, you're very much left to be doing the set design, the sound design, the lighting, direction, all that, the other. So I was very much a tech person on my course. So sound design is what I ended up going into, and how I was into podcasting before that, but that kind of solidified the route I was going down. Soundscaping was very much my jam. In fact, I did kind of overpopulate my soundscapes because I wanted them to feel real. And the person who was in charge, who was our director for this particular project that I'd created a soundscape for, was really intent on having me dial back the whole thing. And against my better judgment, I did do that. And this was for our final production. And actually people had invited people from the industry to come and see it. And I'd invited people who'd worked on sound stuff to come and hear it. I said, I'm quite proud of the work I put together on this soundscape. But because I dialed it back so much, these sound designers, I feel like I just besmirched my name before it even left my fucking course. Well, like, yeah, it was kind of a bit dead and flat and not really there. I'm like, oh man, I wish I'd kind of left my original vision on there. This is going on quite long, but basically it's this play where it's set in kind of like hedonistic mid 1980s. A guy who's like kind of like all in on big business. I think he falls into a river and wakes up in a post-apocalyptic future that's also kind of feudal England. It's a fucking weird play. But what I really wanted to do was like have this overbearing industrial kind of sound that was all car radios and fucking artificial noise and television sets that are too big and tinny. And then all of a sudden that flushes away, and then the only things you hear after that are like string and woodwind. And I really wanted to go in all on that, but my direction
kind of like Rush, like Tom Sawyer sort of Rush, sort of that sound.
Sort of, yeah.
Big and brash, like
yeah. There's a little bit of that. It was very kind of like, because this was set in Britain, so I went more kind of like Human League, like that kind of like very harsh synthy kind of sound, and then kind of like that going into a more natural thing. I kind of have an affinity for albums that do big and kind of like shift and change, and that are not ethereal, because I don't think it's ethereal, but are cinematic in the way that they do that music. So to top off the bad section, I'd like to say I think I should just be put in the bin along with the album, because I appreciate what it's doing, even though there are vast swathes of the album that I just don't really have any affinity for. I don't really feel like there's a section of, say, like Us and Them or Any Colour You Like or On the Run where I can go like, that specifically is a thing I want to listen to again and again and again, because it cannot be separated from the sandwich it's already in. I just can't separate it from everything else around it. So if there is a bad element to this for me, whilst it isn't very much physical pain in the way that you're dealing with it, it's that I struggle to dissect it in my head. I completely gave up on trying to write any individual notes about tracks like I would normally do, and just kind of listened passively, like I wasn't really part of the experience. Like the experience was happening to me.
Okay.
And I think that's what made it quite difficult to to pick apart in the way that I like to do that. It also didn't help that there wasn't a lot of lyrics, and I'm very much a let's look at the writing kind of guy.
Because I usually break down the themes. I'm the sound man, and you usually talk about the content of the songs. And
well, the strongest one is, I mean, Time has some good stuff in it about how we view our lives, how our lives can be recontextualized, but it's not very strong. Like, the best showing of it is Money. Like, even Eclipse, like, I do like where the album ends musically, but it's very trite. All that we are, all that we've lost, all this stuff is just, okay. It's just a bit fucking happy clappy.
Soppy bollocks.
Yeah, I just didn't get that much from it.
Yeah, I think I'm completely with you. I'm just going to throw another one in there, and this is my literal note for The Great Gig in the Sky.
Oh, no.
A song which you on WhatsApp said, I know we don't talk about the pod outside of the pod, but I don't think you're going to get past Great Gig in the Sky.
I genuinely believe that that's where your listening would end.
My exact note was, hell nah, I'm not one for throat singing.
Hell no. To the no.
And I want to tell you that you were wrong.
Oh, shit.
It wasn't there that got me to skip, it was Breathe. So
wow,
I skipped on my first listen of Breathe. I could not.
Fucking hell, really?
So I think that shows you where I am. I've give this album as much time as I could, and I skipped every listen that I had. Every time I played this album, I could only listen to it like 1 or 2 tracks at a time before I had to turn it off. This album has been my personal hell. I've absolutely hated every minute of listening to this album to the point where I'm going to block Pink Floyd on my Spotify and exclude it from my taste profile because I do not want to hear any more of this bollocks.
No.
I know you said that one of the tracks are like Marmite. I think Pink Floyd are just Marmite. I don't see it. I don't get it. I don't enjoy it. I don't understand why this has been seen as one of the best albums of all time. The instruments, they sound all right. The production, over-engineered if you ask me. There's hardly any lyrics. There's random, unaccredited singers just wailing. Was it just a really shit year for music? Was it just a really, only the rich people could afford to record, which is why this has been so revered? Was it just that, technology exists, and now we can put this over on omni-channels? I don't fucking get it. I don't know if it's just that, it's just beyond me. And I tried to give it its fair play, and I tried to do all 7 listens as usual. I just couldn't.
So unskippable, right?
I think I'd rather shit on this.
Okay.
Throw it in the skip, pick it back out the skip, take a second shit, and then put the skip on top of this, so no fucker ever has to see it again.
So you stick it to the underside.
Yeah,
that's
with my shit.
That's technically not in the skip.
It's under the skip. It is less than the skip. It is lower than the skip.
It's negative skip.
This is so skippable that the skip has demolished it. This set the skip on fire.
Oh no. You're not going to like this. I genuinely believe this is an unskippable album. It's a shame. It's now stuck to the underside of the skip. I want to change the logo to have 1 pixel line thicker, the width of it.
Fucking do it. Put Dark Side of the Moon under there. This album's bollocks.
Oh, man. No, I get entirely where you're coming from. I do feel like this is one of those rare situations where it is the legacy of it that has been its complete undoing. I think that there is something to be said for the way in which it deconstructed and kind of built up progressive rock. There's definitely something there. I think Pink Floyd ended up doing some of their better work after this. I am actually a fan of the album Wish You Were Here. I think it's a good album, which is the one that directly came after this. I'd already kind of known that this album had such a big reputation. And, whether that's it syncs up with Wizard of Oz, or Willie Nelson was listening to it whilst trapped in a car boot trying to avoid the police. There's a bunch of stories that revolve around this. It's almost mythical in status. I think that it's only unskippable, and I maintain it is unskippable, because it just cannot work separated from itself. I think even if you are able to find the headspace to dissect the individual elements of this, which I have failed on, and I really have to apologize for my inability to do that. Even if you did it, you're still taking something that is incomplete at top and tail. Anywhere in that album, you're going to have songs that are incomplete top and tail. That isn't to say that that doesn't work. Songs that are huge run-on things do work for me. I mean, bad example, I fucking love Hamilton. That is an absolutely sung-through fucking thing, except it's in 2 acts, I suppose. Forget I said it. The legacy of this is the undoing of it. It's this idea that I have to revere it for this magnum opus that it is, that made it difficult to appreciate its finer details. So I'm not happy about the fact that it's unskippable. It feels unskippable almost by demand. Like this is the way it has to be enjoyed.
Well, fuck that.
Fuck that.
Fuck that completely.
But I will say I really like Money.
I mean, yeah. But the only thing that you've said so far, repeatedly, is I really like Money.
Yeah.
So that shows me, well, the rest of the album was a bit of a dumpster fire.
Dumpster fires, I mean, strong words, right? I don't think it's terrible. I think it's...
I don't think it's terrible. It's just the most positive thing you can say about this album other than I like Money.
And that time it makes me sound like Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob. No, Money's the song that works on its own, that works as a Pink Floyd song that you can enjoy by itself, and that is fantastic. I think the other things only work when they are bleeding into each other, and again, that is also a accomplishment all of its own. It's just that it's an expectation. You must listen to this start to finish. That's the only possible way. So it kind of rubs up against our format of we try and find albums that you just simply can't turn off because it's that good, as opposed to it's an album that you can't turn off because it can't be viewed in any other way. So it is a begrudging unskippable. I mean, it's not because you've skipped it, so it's not going in the unskippable. It's a begrudging unskippable because of its presentation, which I think is pretty Marmite. And for you, obviously, it's total dross. For me, it doesn't land on good. It lands on an accomplishment, just not my bag, I think. And I think that's as positive as I can be about this, outside of the song Money, which is great.
This album's just been hell for me, so I'm glad that this is done and dusted. This has probably been the shortest.
Which is so funny, because I think like people are going to be expecting us to have like big feelings and thoughts about
I have had very big feelings.
Oh, you have had
very
big
thoughts
feelings
about this. I have never ranted on one of these podcasts properly before. Usually I like revere myself a little bit and try and hold back. I do not get it. This sounds like... the way I look at this album is, if an alien came down to this planet and went, I need to send something that they're going to think they've made, but it's going to be like a code to talk to us. This is sort of bollocks I'd send down. Oh, this is human music. Boop, 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 boop. Like, I just don't get it.
And now vocals.
It's like in the same vein as like one of the father-in-law's favourite albums of Tubular Bells.
Yeah.
Number 25, Glockenspiel. Ding, 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 ding. Like, I get it, yeah, you're showing that you can play all of these different instruments and building up layers is something phenomenal. Technology is improved. You can do that now. But it's fucking dull.
It is very detached. It's a detached experience. I don't feel like this is something that people feel euphoric about. I mean, maybe it is, right? Maybe this is just this. We're in the wrong generation to appreciate this. This very much feels like an album that happens at you rather than one that takes you along for its ride.
Completely agree, and it's never something that I ever plan to re-experience.
We're going to make a lot of people angry with this.
I could not give two shits.
You thought the Beyonce episode was something. You thought the Adele episode was something.
Well, if you like it, then you should have put a ring on it. Where is Pink Floyd?
I just thought you were going to go, if you like it, you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, I was tempted to say that. Exclude from my taste profile.
I'm watching the man do this in lifetime.
That's Pink Floyd. Don't play this artist. Report.
Report?
No, I'm joking.
Please ban.
Please destroy Pink Floyd. I never want to hear them again.
Okay. Somebody suggests "Wish You Were Here" just to put Rob.
Sorry, I can't play it now. I've blocked them.
I can't play. I can't actually do the podcast because I'm deaf now.
Hey,
who said that?
What'd you say?
Right.
Sorry, what was that?
Okay. You've all heard of this album, and now you know that we are not your kind of people. So thanks for coming anyway. Yeah. If you would like to suggest your own unskippable albums, actually, do you want to do a track of the week? Or...
Yeah, I was going to do a Pink Floyd. No.
Could you imagine? Like, I actually really like.
Wish You Were Here.
Yeah, it's genuinely a good album, though.
You'll
never know.
I have no inclination to ever listen to that song ever again. I am going to throw Twice by Bill Murray into the track of the week. It's just going strength to strength for this album. I am so excited for this album to come out, and I cannot wait to see them in March. If you listen and you're off to see Bill Murray in June in Birmingham, then come join us. Come give us, come share at us if you want, or tell us that our opinions are wrong. We couldn't give two shits. But yeah, please let us know what your thoughts are on the tracks of the week too. If you want to leave a cheeky little comment below, we always appreciate them.
Okay, have I got time for one?
Yeah,
kind of. Very quickly. Do you remember Kill Switch Engage?
Oh, yes.
They're good, aren't they?
Oh, I love them.
I don't know why the YouTube algorithm just went, you just need to listen to My Curse every day this week.
Oh, what a song.
Oh my God, it's good though, isn't it?
Between that and my Rose of Sharon, and
I liked
Howard Jones, peak. He's got a new band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
okay.
Since he left Killswitch, he's got a new band. They're just as heavy. I will try and remember who they are. I will Google as I have a phone in front of me and a computer.
That'll be good. Yeah, so like I love My Curse, and that and The Arms of Sorrow are like the big ones for me from As Daylight Dies.
Burn Eternal.
Burn Eternal. I will check out Burn Eternal. But until then, I just think My Curse might be one of like those early kind of defining metalcore moments.
Oh, 100%.
And like Howard Jones, such a good fucking vocalist.
And he was originally a bouncer for the band.
Can you imagine? You imagine like protecting a band and then ending up as its singer and like probably the defining voice for that band. Like the material before that and after that was not as influential as
I'm not a fan of Jesse's vocals, but they still make incredible music, and I still have a lot of love for early 2000s Killswitch Engage.
So that's how you know just exactly what kind of people we are. Pink Floyd's seminal album
is a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit, and we really like Killswitch Engage, but only the Howard Jones era.
As Daylight Dies. Mwah.
Beautiful. If you have an unskippable album that you think is better than Pink Floyd and Killswitch Engage, you can send that along to us via our email. That's skippod@gmail.com, skipodpod@gmail.com. You can also find us on Linktree, where there's a form you can fill out, so linktr.ee/skipodpod. You can also go and find us under the same handle on Instagram and Blue Sky. We may or may not be on other social medias before or after. I don't know. Social media is a hellscape. I don't want to be on it, but on Instagram, I will be there because you can put nice graphics and it's great. Please send in your suggestions for your favourite unskippable albums and we'll pop them on the wheel. Thank you very much for listening. We will see you next week. I don't know. Oh, no, I do know what album's next week. I was about to say, next week we're revisiting one of our biggest fans' favourites. So you know who that person is if you're listening, because it's you, Laura. And we will see you next week for something very much of a left turn from where we are right now. I don't know how to lead into it because we've not listened to it yet. So we'll just see you then. Bye, everybody.
Go and grab a frill, though.